Hi everyone, today's video is going to help you with your quiz for 17.3. It would be a really good idea to open up your quiz in one window and my video in another window so that you can pause the video and go back to your quiz to answer the questions, and then you can press play for the video when you're ready. Okay, so today we are going to solve one-step word problems together. As we solve each one-step word problem, we are going to make sure that we are using the strategies that Mr. Terry talked about in his video. We are also going to make sure that we use our 3 reads. The first time we read, we are going to be thinking, who is the story about? The second time we read, we are going to be thinking, what are the important numbers and why are they important? And the third time we read the story, we are going to think to ourselves, what do we need to do or what do we need to solve? So let's take a look at the first question together. The first question says, Matt bought a 650 milliliter container of cooking oil. He used 136 milliliters of the oil making waffles. How much cooking oil does Matt have left? So if I think about my first question, who is the story about? The story is about, that's right, it's about Matt. So now I'm going to read the story again, and I'm going to be focusing on the important numbers that I see and why they're important. Matt bought a 650 milliliter container of cooking oil. He used 136 milliliters of the oil making waffles. How much cooking oil does Matt have left? So one of my important numbers is, that's right, it's 650 milliliters. 650 milliliters is important because that's the total amount of cooking oil that Matt had. My other important number is, that's right, 136 milliliters. And 136 milliliters is important because, that's right, that's the amount of oil that Matt used to make his waffles. So let's read one more time and think about what do we need to do or what do we need to solve. Matt bought a 650 milliliter container of cooking oil. He used 136 milliliters of oil making the waffles. How much cooking oil does Matt have left? So our question is, how much cooking oil does Matt have left? So that's what we need to solve today. So when I look at this problem, I can tell that I have a total, right? We know that the whole or the total amount of cooking oil that Matt started with was 650 milliliters. So I'm gonna write that right on top, okay? We also know that he used 136 milliliters. So that 136 milliliters is gone. That 136 milliliters is one of my parts. So I'm going to draw a part whole board like Mr. Terry, okay? And I'm going to show that 136, I'm going to label this milliliters, and I should have labeled this one milliliters or here. So if I have the total amount of something and I know one of the parts, in order to find the missing part, what do I need to do? Do I need to add or do I need to subtract? That's right. When you have the whole or the total amount of something and you know a part, you subtract the missing part. You subtract the part that you know to find the missing part. So now what I would like you to do on your paper is I would like you to subtract 650 minus 136. When you get that answer, you can find it on here on your computer screen and you can select. Once you're ready to do that, you can press play again and we'll take a look at the next word problem together. Okay friends, Great job solving that problem with me. Let's take a look at the next word problem. I am going to read it once aloud to you. Then I would like you to pause the video and do the 3 reads. It would be best if you could do the 3 reads with a parent working with you. Okay, so Kristen has 9 syrup containers from a local cafe. There are 6 milliliters of syrup per container. How many milliliters of syrup does Kristen have? So go ahead and pause the video, talk about who the story is about, read it again, and talk about what are the important numbers and why they're important, and then read it one more time and talk about what you need to solve. When you're done with that, you can press play and we'll work to solve the problem together. Okay, friends, great job doing the 3 read strategy. So what we need to do now is we need to figure out how we want to solve this problem. We know that Kristen has 9 syrup containers and she has 6 milliliters of syrup in each container. So what I'm figuring out, okay, is that we don't know how much syrup Kristen has. The question is how many milliliters of syrup does Kristen have? So we are looking for a total. I know that 1 container has 6 milliliters. And Kristen has 9 containers. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Each container has 6 milliliters. So you can go ahead and write the number 6 in each, or if it's easier for you, you can draw 6 dots when you go to count it up. So what this tells me is that I am adding the same number over and over again. That is repeated addition. So when I have repeated addition, or when I'm adding the same number over and over again, that's really multiplication. So I can set up a multiplication equation. So how many groups do I have? How many syrup containers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's right. So I have 9 groups of, how many milliliters are in each container? That's right, there's 6 milliliters in each container. So your job is to figure out how many milliliters of syrup Kristen has. Go ahead and finish drawing your picture and solving your equation. Then you can choose the answer on your computer screen, and we'll go on to the next problem together once you press play. Okay, friends, excellent job working on the last problem. I'd like you to go ahead and read this problem with me, thinking who the story is about. Kativa has a baby pool in her backyard. Yesterday, the baby pool had 425 liters of water in it. This afternoon, Kativa used a hose to add 23 more liters of water. How many liters of water are in the baby pool now? So our story is about a person named Kativa, right? Excellent. Your job is to pause the video and do the 2nd and 3rd reads with someone that's helping you. When you're ready, go ahead and press play. Okay, friends, great job working on the 3 reads strategy. Let's go ahead and solve this problem together. So you should have figured out that 425 liters was an important number because that's the amount of water in Kativa's baby pool. Okay? You also should have figured out that 23 was an important number because that's how much more water Kativa added to the baby pool. As you read the problem the 3rd time, you should have noticed that the question was asking how many liters of water are in the baby pool now. So do we have the total? Do we know how much water is in the baby pool? No, we don't. Excellent. So we need to draw a picture to support our thinking. So I know that on one day, she has 425 liters of water in her pool. Then on the next day, she adds how many liters of water? That's right, 23. Excellent. So we're missing the total here. So she has 425 liters of water. We have 2 parts. How do we find the whole? Excellent, that's right. We add the 2 parts together. So 425 plus 23. You're going to set that up. You're going to solve this. Pause the video, solve this addition problem on your own, then choose your answer on your computer screen. Okay, friends, great job working on the last problem. Let's read this next word problem together. All of the cheese slices at Chester's Cheesy Cafe have the same mass. Chester finds that the total mass of 3 cheese slices is 27 grams. What is the mass of one of the cheese slices? So please go ahead, pause the video, and work on your 3 reads with someone that's helping you. Okay, friends, great job. So as you did your 3 reads, you should have decided that the story is about a man named Chester, okay? As you read the second time, you should have figured out that the important numbers were 3, because Chester had 3 slices of cheese, and the other important number was 27, because altogether, the total mass of the 3 slices of cheese was 27 grams. The last time you read, you should have figured out that our question was asking us, what is the mass of one of the cheese slices? So, do we know the total? Do we know the whole mass of all the grams that the cheese weighed? Yes, we do. We know that all 3 slices of cheese weighed 27 grams. So we're not looking for the total, we have it. So that means we're either going to be looking to subtract or to divide. Now, let's take a look at our other important number. Our other important number is 3, right? Chester had 3 slices of cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna draw a picture to represent my 3 slices of cheese. Okay? Now we know all of the slices of cheese have the same mass. So I'm going to take my 27 grams and I'm going to equally share it amongst my 3 slices of cheese, right? Because all of the slices of cheese are the same mass. So let's go ahead and do that together. So 1, 2, 3. Remember, we're counting all the way up to 27 because we are doing a fair share of our whole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Friends, you can go ahead and pause the video and finish dividing your 27 grams equally amongst your 3 slices of cheese. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep sharing until you get to 27. Then on your computer screen, you choose how many grams each slice of cheese weighed. Okay, friends, when you're done with solving that problem, you can go ahead and press play and we'll look at the last question together. Okay, friends, let's take a look at this word problem together and then you can pause the video and engage in your 3 reads. Each piglet has the same mass. One piglet's weight is 8 kilograms. The weight of all the piglets is shown here. How many piglets are there? So go ahead and pause your video and work on your 3 reads. Okay, friends, great job doing your 3 reads. So let's talk about who the story was about. The story was about piglets. Great. What were the important numbers in this story and why were they important? Well, my first number was 8 kilograms. 8 was important because that told me how much one piglet weighed. My other number that was important, this one was a little trickier because it says the weight of all the piglets, is shown here. So we had to look at our scale over here. You can see all the piglets on the scale, and this is how much they weighed all together. So I can tell that each of these lines is counting by fives, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Oh, that's my answer, right? So the total amount that the piglets weighed was 40 kilograms. Okay, I know that each piglet weighs 8 grams. I'm trying to figure out how many piglets there are. So what I am going to do, okay, is I am going to take my 40 grams, okay, my 40 kilograms, and I am going to subtract 8. I'll do this a little bit bigger up here. So here's my 40 kilograms. I am going to subtract 8. So 0 minus 8 I can't do. That's right, I have to go next door, borrow one group of 10, regroup that one group of 10. 10 minus 8 equals 2. That's right, 3 minus 0 equals 3. So this is one piglet, right? So now if I take one piglet off the scale, the remaining piglets weigh 32 kilograms. So I'm going to start with my 32 kilograms, and I'm going to take away another piglet. I'm going to take away another 8 kilograms because each piglet weighs 8 kilograms. So let's do the same thing. 2 minus 8, more on the floor. That's right, go next door. So I'm going to borrow a 10, regroup that. 10 ones and 2 ones is 12. 12 minus 8 equals 4. Excellent. And 2 minus 0 equals 2. So here's one piglet that I took away. Now I took away 2 piglets. So if I took 2 piglets off the scale, I have 24. The mass of the remaining piglets is 24 kilograms. I want to take a third piglet off the scale. So I'm going to take away 8 kilograms again. Friends, your job is to continue doing your repeated subtraction until all the piglets are off the scale, which means all of the you should keep subtracting until you hit 0. Okay, when you're done solving that problem, you can go ahead and select your answer, and then we're all done for today. Great job.